Well, spring's slowly getting in the air. We're still feeling the damage from the storm, but we're going to talk about the wife's Honda Civic here some more. So we're starting to get fairly high in kilometers on this thing now. If you guys are following the channel, the last one I did was at 250. We're now getting up there. I believe we're over 280,000 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here we go. 280,195. So, what have we had for problems with this car? Honestly, the problems that we had with this, I wouldn't even really call problems. This thing has just been absolutely great. However, I do want to talk a little bit about the Honda sensing. Our car is equipped with all these extra options. So, we're in Nova Scotia. This thing gets drove year-round, summer, winter, it doesn't matter, it's always going. And in the winter time, what you have happen is you get ice and snow build up on the car, and it'll cause numerous lights to come on in your dash. So if you guys own one of these and you're getting, you know, the vehicle assist troubles and you know, some of these items aren't working, a lot of times you can just get out of the vehicle, clean your cameras off, this is your Honda sensing sensor in the front. It's not just a plastic guard. So to the left of your driver's headlight, if this here is all full of ice, your stuff won't work properly for your Honda sensing. But I don't want to get too in depth with the Honda sensing, because probably most of you guys that have one of these didn't bother getting that stuff on it. Same as your backup camera here. You can, you know, you want to keep this stuff clean in the winter. So this car still has all original wheel bearings, all original ball joints, all original front end parts. We have not had to touch anything. We have still only replaced the brakes. I've replaced the back shocks since the last video, so that's done. That's a fairly common problem in these things. And we've done a tranny fluid change since the last video, and that's it. But we do have one little issue with the car finally, and it was actually an issue with it before. These things aren't very high off the ground, and we are actually running a larger tire for winter than what the car calls for. We have a 215/55/17, so this tire is taller than what it's supposed to be from factory, but we're talking minor. Like, it only changes things very little, so you don't have to get the speedometer recalibrated, none of that. But what's happened is, I don't know if I can show it here on the camera or not, the aluminum undercarriage, see that, how it's bent down over here? These things are pretty fragile in the snow, and what happened to us was the snow plow come by. We had some hard crusty stuff here at the end of the driveway, and when she backed out, obviously it was scraping on the floor of the car as we went through it, and it caught that aluminum under tray underneath the engine and bent it all to smithereens. So we are going to replace that, because it keeps all the dirt and dust and salt, all that stuff, from coming up underneath your engine bay. But we have not done any work to the engine. It's still all original alternator, belts, all original pumps. Nothing's been touched. I put spark plugs in it 3 times now, so very light on maintenance. You know, keep an eye on your air filters in these things, because it's a pretty poor design. It pulls all the air from right here, and a lot of dust gets in by and gets right into your filter box. So about every 40,000 you want to check them. But geez, I gotta say, for you know, a Honda Civic getting very high in mileage, we're having no problems. The heated seats still work. Like literally, it's been flawless for us. So hopefully, if you guys have one, it treats you the same way. But very, very cheap car to maintain. Very good on fuel. Even still, the last oil change I did were at 280,000. I go roughly 15,000 kilometers on an oil change. It burns nothing. The exact same amount comes out as what I put into it. So spring around the corner, we'll soon be able to get the summer wheels out and get the thing looking good again. But no complaints. No complaints at all with this Civic. And she doesn't plan on getting rid of it anytime soon. So with the new job, she's only got to drive a few kilometers to work. This thing used to go to Bedford and back every day, and then some. So I also want to say that the headlights are staying in pretty good condition for something that's drove year round and sits outside all the time. It gets no heated garage treatment whatsoever. So we've had I think we blew a bulb since the last video, nothing serious. And we've got the LED good quality ones. I think she actually bought the ones from Canadian Tire. I believe they're Ignites. So but yeah, about the only thing that I don't find great about this car, especially for winter driving, is on the real cold days, it takes it a while to make heat. But I mean, that being said, I'm used to driving the big 496 there, and as soon as you start that fire up, she's warm in about 2 minutes. This thing on a real cold day, the small engine, takes it a little while to warm up. But the heated seats heat up really fast, so it makes up for it. So if you guys are thinking of buying one of these used with higher miles, and there's really not a lot that goes wrong with them. I mean, I've had more issues with the back brakes than anything, and the back brakes really, for the size of the car, aren't much. So you kind of expect that stuff to happen. As you can see, we're just about ready for another new set of rotors onto it. The rotors are getting bad. Highly recommend not to buy your rotors from Honda. Get the good ones from Rock Auto with the drills and slots into them. Not so much for the performance end of it, just because they seem to last so much longer. Like, those back rotors have been on this car now for a very long time. I think they're on their 3rd set of pads. That one's getting a little cruddy looking too, but all in all, very trouble-free, very light maintenance, very good on fuel. Great little car, whether it be for a commuter or for a family car. We've had a very good experience owning this for the last since 2016, so we're getting on 6 years.